Hello everyone and welcome to part 4 of the Tekno ET48 2.0 online build. In the previous video we assembled the entire rear clip, bulkhead, arm mounts, suspension, and shock towers. In this video we're assembling the steering rack setup, then attaching everything to the chassis, both front and rear clips as well as the center bulkhead, center diff, and drive shafts. Let's get to it! We're starting off the build with the steering system, so open bag eye and get the parts separated. Pre-compress the servo saver spring before installation. You should really make it a habit of doing this on any car you build. Here's another quick tip. Add some black grease to the servo saver to help prevent it from gunking up and getting sticky. You'll need to add this to your maintenance plan to make sure that it continues to operate correctly. The manual states to add a small amount of blue thread locker to the servo saver nut to help keep it from loosening up. We're going to do just that. Using a 17mm wrench, tighten down the servo saver nut all the way, then back it off 2 full turns. For easier turnbuckle assembly, use some chapstick or something similar to help lubricate the threads while screwing into the plastic rod ends. I like strawberry, so it smells great during assembly. I also like to pre-measure partway through to get an idea of how far I need to screw each rod end on. Note the direction of the rod ends and make sure that they match the picture in the manual. When attaching the steering turnbuckles, make sure the notch on the adjustment square points to the left side of the car. The leftover piece is used if you want to eliminate the servo saver. I suggest starting with the servo saver first. The steering posts have flat spots on the lower section. Keep note of this for later. Make sure you key the steering link screw to the pocket in the steering arm. The manual has you taking the front bumper off at this point. Actually, just unscrewing the bumper screw about halfway should be more than plenty. Once the front clip is on, you can reposition the front bumper and tighten the screw back up. Remember those flat spots on the steering posts? Well, here's where we need to rotate them to line them up with channels in the chassis. You can use the upper screw to help key them in place. Do not tighten these screws down all the way just yet. Once the chassis screws are tight, you can tighten down this screw. Note the direction of the center differential. Do not tighten this screw down all the way just yet. Before installing these screws, make sure you key the drive shaft to the center outdrive. Don't tighten them down all the way just yet. Some of the screws going into the bottom of the chassis are pretty tight. You can either manhandle them in or add a little bit of strawberry chapstick to help lubricate the install. And that about does it for part 4 of the Tekno ET48 2.0 online build. So far we're super impressed with the build quality and parts fitment. With only the shocks, electronics, and some final bits needed to wrap it up, we're getting pretty excited about getting this monster truggy out on the track. As always, we appreciate you taking the time to check out the video. Please make sure you hit the like button if you found this video helpful, and subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified of future videos in this series. Thanks for watching.